Hey, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Today, in this video, I want to talk about another event I'm holding on my Monday nights coming up on the 26th of June at 7 p.m. I just want to talk about risk and whatnot. So, June 19th, I'll be doing an event talking about these items. I've got a whole video on that, so do check that out. But the June 26th event at 7 p.m. is going to talk about just overall the benefits of automated trading, but there's another component which is way more important than than trading. What we're talking about is risk management, portfolio management, and also portfolio optimization, which is very important, which a lot of financial analysts don't even probably know what it is, and they think they know, but they are just basically, as I said in my previous video, a bunch of idiots that are well paid coming out of your own pocket. So let's talk about these topics because this is part of your overall view of retiring and whatnot, but you do it today as you start getting into trading. In this previous video, I showed a couple of charts. I'm going to just go over it really quick. So essentially, I detailed here on the challenges a lot of people will face with what they think will be real estate income, will be guaranteed, franchise, whatever type of income. But the real way to analyze is doing this, understanding the markets, understanding automated trading, and doing it yourself. It is so freaking important to do it yourself. Do not rely on these financial advisors. They are not really... it's like listening to real estate brokers that are licking their chops for you to sell their house to, and they become the listing agent. So every week you talk to these real estate agents, they'll tell you, oh yeah, the economy's doing great. You'll sell your house, no problem, blah, blah, blah. But they're basically lying to you just to make you hear what you want to hear. Yes, today is a good time to buy or to sell your home. The whole house, your whole area could be bombed, but your real estate broker will still tell you that it's a great time to sell your house. So that's one aspect of the whole enchilada when it does come to retiring or investing or generating a better guaranteed consistent income for yourself. But a lot of that has to do with basically algorithmic trading and algo trading. So I've put up a little bit here. Where am I? So if you go to my blog, quantlabs.net, do a search for retirement. Even if like you're past the point of these events, I'll have the video playbacks up. But here we've got your retirement stock picks. So I've talked about that in the previous video. Blah 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 blah. And really important stuff, because what I'm finding, people are really ignorant, people are really lazy, people are probably scared and they can't deal with it. And there's that video, I don't know if you've seen it, where you have an ostrich having its head in the sand, and it's like being ignorant of what's going on around the ostrich, and you go, ignorance is bliss. That's fine. So if you don't mind living in a paper bag in the next number of years, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. As I say, it's not my money, nor at the end of the day do I care about it. But if you do care, you will know that you can do things about it. Okay, so we talked about the S&P 500 in the last video about not having guaranteed returns and what financial advisors will tell you. The other thing is, I've talked about household income, rental income is not going to be guaranteed. As you can see what happened in the US. I've detailed that in previous videos, where Canada and Australia has basically their entire GDP is revolving around debt, which is pretty pathetic, and governments are getting in worse financial positions as well as we move forward because of debt, deficit spending, and whatnot. It's going to break at some point, and the piper will need to get paid. So that brings me to my next topic, which is obviously probably as important, just more important. And this can be, no matter how you do it, investing, trading, day trading, long-term trading, it don't matter, investment, it's all the same. What we're all trying to do is we're trying to get a portfolio, an investment portfolio that we can basically retire off of or day-to-day live off of. Now, I will tell you that is next to impossible. Because if you are told you have a portfolio that will give you 25 years to live off of, fine. But if you ask me, I have a 100-year-old plus grandma, and she's still going. So if you're retiring at the age of 65, you may live 30, 40 years. You don't know. You could easily outlive your retirement. So you have to think about cash flow to generate as you go into retirement and as you retire. It's just, nobody can guarantee X amount for 30 years or 40 years living off of X amount of dollars. Not possible. So that's what we're trying to do here is to do portfolio management. My other big beef with these financial advisors is that they don't do this. And this has to be done highly frequently. They have to optimize your portfolio to achieve their target that they'll tell you that you can basically live off of X amount of percent per year of that in terms of percent of return. So as I said, if somebody comes along who's an advisor says if you can achieve, let's say 5% every year, you're doing okay. Or let's say 8%, 10%. See here, this is the S&P 500 returns, or 1,500 returns, I should say. And you can see that it's just too volatile, even in the 500. Let's just see what the performance is at. See here, it's just as volatile as the 1,500. So you're going to have some years where you're not going to achieve 5-10% every year. It's never guaranteed. And nor can you say just because you made 29% one year that you can guarantee that same, or even you'll hit your target the following year. And yet you're still highly dependent upon how the markets do to give you that return. Not wise. So this is where the portfolio optimization comes in, which you need to understand yourself. And as I said, do it yourself to guarantee your own income and understand the markets and understand how these things tick. It's very critical to do this, because if you do it and dependent upon using somebody else as a crutch, I think you're going to walk in or move into very, very dangerous territory. So you want to learn this, do it yourself, very critical. And throughout life, as people become more independent, people are quickly realizing they have to do it themselves. And I hate to say it, if you say, I don't have the time, well, you may say, I don't have the time because I have a job, but yet your employer doesn't care about your time. If they fire you in 3 years, where are you at then? And you can't find a job, or you can't find a job that pays as much because of whatever the conditions of the job was. You can never guarantee you'll get another job. And I listen to these lawyer shows about employee relationships, and I laugh at these delusional people that think, well, I lost my job, I'm going to get X amount of dollars and then I'll get another job. Again, nothing's guaranteed, and as we move forward, those quality jobs are not going to be there in 5 years. Why? Because of automation. Let's just face it. So we have to worry about portfolio optimization. What does that mean? We have a whole slew of different types of investments. We've got the markets, real estate, and other different types of income streams that general average Joe have as options. But a lot of these are not liquid. You sell your real estate, it could take you 2 months to see your money based upon the economy. Plus you have to take a 5% hit on the sale. Franchising, again, dependent upon the economy. So again, portfolio management, when you build up your portfolio, you need to understand where you can put your money at lowest risk and get highest reward. It's a simple cost-benefit analysis. And guess where you learn that? Of course, if you come under my products here. The right way I'm showing is using this course here, Futures and Options Strategy, which covers that. So, coming back to this. Yes, portfolio optimization is very critical. And also risk management on your trading decisions or investment decisions, and knowing how to analyze the current situation on the asset that you want to buy and try to gauge a forecast. So I want to talk about this on June 26th, Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll do that. All right, so hopefully I'll help you out, and we'll see you then. Bye. Yeah, I forgot to also mention very important stuff part of this event. I'm not going to teach this in this event, but I'll show this in the video. Okay, there's certain types of trading and investing. There's long-term positions that you can put on, and then the short-term positions as well, which is also known as day trading. Okay, so these two are important. Okay, while you trade. Okay, day trading is when with what's happened right now in the markets with under Trump currently, where there's momentum in the upswing. I mean, even a monkey with a set of darts could throw money or darts at a target and still make money today. Okay, that's what what a monkey can do with no knowledge on the markets. That's momentum trading, same as day trading. So that happens probably out of let's say 5 years, maybe 20% of the time, where you go into day trading mode, where you just basically are making money hand over fist. But if you know how to do it properly, you can probably make a lot more than what the average Joe makes. So there's that day trading. You cannot day trade when the markets are flat, and you cannot definitely day trade when the markets, when there's risk off, meaning the markets are tanking. Also, long term, and the other thing with day trading, you cannot make an income when the markets are highly volatile. You can make money with other techniques, but that's when under volatility, you really only do that with automated trading and knowing exactly what to look for and how to look for it. The other thing is when it comes to the rest of the market or your long-term positions. So let's say the markets are in a flat or in a range bound or just flat line, not going anywhere really. There's no upward momentum day over 3 months where the markets move up 25%. Long-term positions is like where you feel pretty confident on an economic trade or some kind of activity or seasonal trade. A good example would be India. Let's say in India, at a certain time of the year, they buy gold. If you know how to line up those gold contracts, that the Indians will come along, buy their gold for Diwali, gold goes up, and you can make money. So there's lots of seasonal types of trades. There's economic sentiment trade, news event type of trading, and you can make a couple of percent, 5-10% over a couple of months when the markets are not really moving. But if you put money into capital and other types of assets that you know nothing about, you can make money there. But this is where you really need to use the automated trading because you can't do this as a human. Okay, so you have your long-term positions, which is more like, let's say you have put a position on for, 2 weeks up to 3 months. Day trading is usually 1 or 2 day position holds. Put a position on 1 or 2 days, that's it. So overall, when you trade like that, that's 20%. But where you should spend most of your time is portfolio and optimization. Understand, listen to the markets, watch the markets, and figure out to generate your trading and / investment ideas. And that's where you should be spending most of your time. Not the actual trading, because all you're doing is just chasing after stock opportunity. Where you do that, you may be lucky to break even. I've seen it time and time again, and those same people never come back, or you've heard of the nightmare stories, I'm sure. That's because they just don't want to put the time in to understand these items here and the risk management as well. They may put some risk management techniques into their day trading, but they're still going to lose money because the timing's not right for whatever reason. But this is where most of the time should be spent, and I can go over this during this time, and hopefully we can get some more seasoned traders as well during that call to talk about how they do it. All right, so that's what we're planning to do, and hopefully I'll see you then.